she's Jalen Brunson. She's willing to take a financial hit for the good of the team.
Elbow me, Taylor Swift. Elbow me. I'll take it. I'm Wesley Morris, and this is Cannonball. Today, you seem pretty sad for a girl so in love. That's right. Olivia Rodrigo's third album. It's upon us. It's really upon us. It's been like a month. And we're going to talk to Caryn Ganz. I am going to talk to Caryn Ganz, my homie and the former pop music editor at the New York Times. And we're going to talk about like where emotional pop music is right now and also what is good about this album. Caryn Ganz, welcome back to Cannonball.
Thank you, Wesley Morris.
First of all, I think just to set the table here, you have written one of my favorite profiles of a pop singer, songwriter. You were with Olivia Rodrigo in this wonderful moment where she was trying to park a car.
Yes.
One of my favorite activities as a New Yorker to watch a person do is park a car. And the idea that you got to watch a person who has, you know, one of the great pop songs in Driver's License park a car.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you. That's very nice what you said about the story.
It's true.
We were trying to come up with an activity, you know, like a scene for the story. And it's interesting. This was as she was coming out to her second album. You know, it's like the dreaded second album, the sophomore album. You're making the leap. There's a lot of stress. But she decided we should make scones. We would learn how to make scones together. I think she was like, I'm an adult. I have a kitchen or whatever. But she picked me up in her car, in her like Range Rover, to drive to the scone making. And I was like, obviously this is going to have to be the scene. She has the most famous driver's license in pop music history. I mean, whatever. But we drive to where this restaurant is, and she like cannot figure out where to park this car. And the anxiety in the car is just like ratcheting up and up. And I'm like, oh my God, this poor woman. Anyway, she managed to park. And then I think a security guard came and might have reparked after we went in to make the scones. But yes, I did get to spend time with her at this like super pivotal moment between those first two albums. And she said a couple of really interesting things then that I think applied to the new album. And one of them that really stuck with me was she said that for me, pop music is about expressing feelings that are hard to externalize or aren't socially acceptable to externalize, especially for a girl.
Oh, okay. So I feel, well, I mean, let's unpack that a little bit, I guess. I mean, what she's saying this in the context of putting guts out.
Yeah.
I received that album as a real statement of purpose. It didn't feel burdened at all. There's a couple great songs on that record.
Oh, yeah.
But it's clear that the tension for me was her trying to figure out whether or not she was going to be a person who was going to write music about becoming a famous person.
Right.
And
she had
clearly
decided no.
swerved away from it, right?
Yeah. Because she said, it's like, that's so not universal. How is anyone going to relate to my music if it's simply about becoming a famous pop star? The other thing was, she wasn't a pop star on that album. She was a rock star. That was our headline. I think it was really accurate. So I was super curious to see where she was going to go on this record.
Well, where did she go, according to you?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah.
like a pop rock record. It's like a synth pop record. It's a feelings record.
Yeah.
To me, it has more of a emotional impact on me than sonically, honestly.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You mean lyrically, are you talking about the way the music is hitting you, or are you talking about lyrically?
The whole vibe.
Okay.
To me, the album is a vibe.
Okay. I think, you know, the one thing about the sort of the mood of this album is it's the album cover.
Oh, yeah.
It's just Olivia Rodrigo on a swing. And yet, she is so dangerously, she's fallen off the swing.
She's inverted.
She's almost upside down. And you can't tell, and, you know, because I don't have a physical copy of this thing. I turn my phone every which way to try to figure out what exactly is happening to her face, and you can't tell. Is this ecstasy? Is it fear? Is it release? What's happening here? It's a wonderful album cover because it looks happy, but upon closer inspection,
it also looks a little dangerous.
It's dangerous. Yes. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And she could be afraid for the angle she's at. It just looks like something bad could possibly happen. And also, if she is enjoying it, is she enjoying the almost dying part?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Is she enjoying the possibility that she could just fall?
based on the first half of the album, yes.
Yes.
It's all about the thrill of
yeah.
uncertainty and fear.
Right. But also, like, what happens if I let go of those ropes? Because to me, this album operates on an arc, right?
Well, yeah, we should probably talk about that as sort of a concept album.
Is it a concept album?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Who says that?
I think everyone.
Really?
Yeah. It's a concept album about a relationship told from the beginnings of excitement through the conclusion of disappointment and like hope for the future.
Yes, this album the relationship feels, I mean, our closure is not right, but we get a kind of closure, right?
Yeah.
I kind of we should just start going through some of the songs, right? Why don't we start with Stupid Song, the second track.
Walking through the park with my head high, past all the college girls and the drunk guys.
You know, it's a cute bop.
I think it's more than that, but yeah.
It's more than that. Go on, Caryn.
I love this song because, and I didn't like it at first, it's so hysterical. It's almost manic.
Yes.
She is falling in love, and her voice is like she's describing in the lyrics just like she's basically out of her mind.
You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame. You should feel how I feel when somebody says your name. I'm a car speeding down the boulevard with.
She can't like fathom a love like this, and the intensity of her singing and the register
right here.
is just keep going. It just keeps getting higher and higher. It's a little Beyonce Love on Top where she keeps modulating, except she's not modulating. She's just like, she just keeps pushing every line and her voice is getting higher, and she's stretching and she's straining.
I feel right, I feel wrong, I feel totally insane, and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say.
It's like she's legitimately out of her mind.
I think what I love about this record, this particular song, is that, I mean, what she's doing, and you know, you're right about the building.
Yeah.
This song is definitely building somewhere. But I think the thing that's cool about it is it's a song about how she couldn't write a song
Right. It couldn't
to say
contain
the
it.
thing. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's a little Emily Dickinson. You know, she's not looking for, I mean, the sort of the death drive
Yeah.
here. Well, I'm not going to go into my Emily Dickinson thought. I just feel like, you know, the excitement here is that, you know, this is the second song she's met this guy, and now the feelings are beginning to sort of carbonate. And the song, by extension, has its own carbonation. I hear a lot of the harmonies on this thing. I mean, I don't know who's singing with her, but I get the sense that a lot of it is her singing with herself.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a kind of Beach Boys approach to the way she comes together with herself on this record that like is like a chemical inducement.
And the song starts really slowly. In fact, I was deeply concerned when I hit play. I was like, is this a ballad on track 2? I'm going to kill her. Because she loves a ballad.
Oh, interesting.
And I do not love a ballad.
You don't like her ballading.
I like some of it.
Okay.
But I was like, there's such a high from Drop Dead on track 1, and then the tempo dropped immediately, and I was just like, my heart sank. And then it's the slow build, which is another thing that she's so good at.
She's very good at that stair climb, that emotional stairmaster. I love that.
She gets there.
Well, that's interesting because then you do get a ballad on song 3.
You do.
Right? Like Honeybee is a straight up, but I love this song, by the way.
So I guess that it's true. Time can heal even the worst of wounds.
It might be my favorite song because, I don't know, I know very little about Olivia Rodrigo, but I get the sense that this is a person who went to church and or experienced some sort of like formalized glee club, perhaps oriented singing situation. I don't know what Disney was like where she used to work, but there is a real interest in what I would describe as choral singing. So on Honeybee, there's this moment, there's this beautiful moment where like it's got a good chorus.
It's too hard to describe this in a way that feels honest. But even when I'm quiet, I love you, baby, I promise.
Even when I'm quiet, I love you. Just so you know, when I'm quiet, I'm not saying anything. It doesn't mean that like we have a problem here. It means I can still love you and not speak. So there's already there's an insecurity here. There's a kind of darkness.
And there's also the I love you so much that I'm already now worrying about the end.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. The song 3.
Yeah. Song 3. And she's like, I hope I never see your face going. It's like, already?
But listen, Caryn,
Caryn,
so I'm always interested in when my pop stars write about sex. Like, when does sex come up? And increasingly, it doesn't, right?
Yeah.
But this lyric,
I hope I never see what your face looks like going.
I hope I never see what your face looks like going, which means she knows what it looks like coming, right?
Fair.
And it's such a wonderful insinuation. I don't want to call it a PG-rated lyric because I think it's great, right? But it also is letting you in on the fact that there is this physical intimacy, right? Like, she does know this man as a sexual partner, but she's worried about like what happens when this domestic coupling that they're trying to build, when that dissolves.
She's very literary.
Yeah.
She cited a book as an...
Can I go back to Emily Dickinson?
Now is the time. Reset the clock. No, I think like she's a subtle songwriter, and it's not tortured. Like, I thought that too when I heard that lyric, and I thought that's clever, but I also didn't think like she sat there trying to figure out how to make that happen. I don't know.
What if she did?
I mean, it's possible. It's just there's a naturalness to her delivery, and it's just a very pure, genuine.
Well, the thing about this record is, it's mostly extremely polished lyrically.
Yeah.
I actually think that, I hope she spent a month trying to get that lyric right? I hope she spent all the time she needed because it sounds great. And also, I think I've listened to this thing about 5 or 6 times. It wasn't until the 6th time that I really thought about what it would mean to like see his face going.
Yeah.
Right. Wait, can you talk to me a little bit about like why you don't like the ballads?
No, it's not. It's just me.
Okay.
I'm not a very big ballad person, which is funny. I'm like the biggest Billy Joel fan in the world. I saw his residency at MSG like 50 times. And every time he did...
You took me to one of those.
I did.
It was one of the happiest
Very
nights.
special night. But anytime he did like She's Got Away, whatever, I sat down.
You sure did. I don't know what your problem is.
I don't like a ballad that much.
I don't know what it is. But she sat down in her chair when you've got a way about you. But
I will say that the ballads on this album are so purposeful. Actually, one that I really like is it comes right after What's Wrong With Me, and it's Less.
I feel it again, edge of the bed.
It's just her and piano. There's no other instrumentation. I don't think she's done that before. I think there's been strings or guitar on something on the other ballads. And I was like, this could be a Billie Eilish song. You know how Billie is like...
It is. It could be a Billie Eilish song. Yeah. But I also thought about Lay-Faye.
Yes.
And the reason, Billie Eilish is also a wit, but Lay-Faye is a kind of a specific torch song oriented wit. Yeah. And Less is basically about her realizing that, we've been dealing with her emotional problems. And now we can see that the guy in this relationship has his own shit.
This isn't what it should feel like. And maybe I'm a stubborn
overthinker, but I've been thinking over this a lot.
I love that line. I know, it's so good. Bars. Yeah.
So much of what's happening on this album is about somebody's idea of what a good relationship is. And it's just sort of like we're at this weird moment with young people in relationships where they're just trying to figure out how to do it.
Well, this was her first, long-term effective relationship.
Okay.
I think part of why this is so devastating is that, just as an outsider, they seemed like a very happy couple.
You mean in real life?
Yeah, they did.
I don't know anything about what's
He's an
going on
actor.
here.
He's English. Very handsome.
Okay.
And they, he was very supportive of her when she played at Glastonbury. He put on Instagram, like, I hope you saw her performance. She worked so hard on it. I was like, that's very touching. I thought that they really like saw each other. I mean, but they're both very young. She's 23 now. This was still a very young relationship.
We're not dealing with adult brains yet.
No, which is what it's interesting. There's like a couple, because, it tells the story. It's the arc of a relationship from beginning to end, but it's the arc of a 20-something relationship from beginning to end.
Right.
Because there are different rungs in that ladder that I would add for a 30-something or a 40-something. And I'm like, well, that's great that she's not there yet. She really is writing as she's experiencing things, and I think not imagining them.
But this is why I love the trajectory of this thing, is because I actually think that she is developing, I mean, to the extent that the protagonist of these songs is a character, right? Where the character is by the end is a much richer, more interesting person than when she started out.
Yes. I think that like she is such a gifted songwriter, and it's like exponential, the leaps she has made on each of the albums. It's like, Guts was like 4 times as complex, like lyrically, emotionally, and musically than Sour. And this one is like 8 times as complex as Guts. I think it's like, I'm unbelievably blown away by her emotional acuity.
Okay.
The things that she's picking up at 23, I'm like, literally LOL. I was writing blurbs for Spin Magazine in 2020, and when I was 23. And like, I mean, just like, who is writing with this kind of like specificity and emotional intelligence?
Yeah, but Caryn, if you gave me your diary tomorrow,
it was not good. No,
from when you were 23, I'm sure.
You're very generous.
Sure.
Her father is a therapist, and she has said in the past, that she's in therapy and that has helped her work out things. I just think she sees things from like a really complex perspective for a young person. And there are parts of this album where she's getting into the breakup phase of it, where she is describing like laying next to her boyfriend and feeling like, this isn't right. How do I get out of this?
Yeah.
That's a really mature thing. I will say, like, the nose to the grindstone, like she's looking at it from here perspective on the entire relationship. Like, to me, the weakness of the album, if there are any, is that it's missing.
There's no wisdom?
No, there's no outside perspective. It's all really insular.
What would that look like for you?
I don't know. But it's like
You mean she calls up a girlfriend?
Well, I mean, part of what I actually like long for on this album is the sort of like, I'm processing this with somebody who's not myself or him.
Huh.
There's one of these songs, I think it's It Might Even Be What's Wrong With Me. Like she wants to call a friend, but she can't get out of bed.
Right, yeah. That sounds like the right song.
Yeah, I think it's that. But I mean, the thing that I love on her other albums that I think is missing, again, only because it's a concept album.
She's got homies on
it's
so
just the two of them and that world, and I get why it is like that. And also, I mean, and people who threaten, to penetrate that world. She always sings a lot about other women and jealousy and things like that.
There's one of these.
That penetrates
There's
that
one of
album
these
a
here,
little bit.
right? Yeah, called My Way, and I kind of like it.
I love that song. Yeah. Because part of what you're also missing is like fun and wit and whimsy, which we do get in my favorite song, which we're approaching. But like all those things are like, like a bad idea, right? Or a Get Him Back, Olivia and stuff like that's what I'm missing, because even in the happy part of the album when she's blissfully in love, doesn't sound particularly fun.
All right. So Caryn, what's your favorite song here?
Expectations.
Oh! That's like one of my favorite songs on this
Ejection
record.
Seat.
I met him at a party. I think he was on drugs.
I love Expectations so much.
I love Expectations so much.
I know. And when I listened to the album for the first time, Joe Coscarelli was like, what's your favorite song? And I was like, guess. And he said, Expectations. I was like, okay. So I'm like, am I that obvious, or is it really that great a song? It is that great a song.
It is
because
a great
you are
song.
Craving this relief, the entire album. I'm just like, Olivia, let loose. That's why I like My Way, the song where she's mad at some other girl, where there's
because it's a straight ahead rock song.
It's a rock song, but it's also sassy.
Yes,
where she's like, you're
There's
being
an attitude
fucking
here.
weird. It's
Right.
like I love
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I love my favorite mode of her. I think this album convinced me that she is an excellent ballad writer and performer. But I also love that surprise, the change ups that she can offer in the ballads now, but also with these like punch in the face songs.
Yeah.
Where the first verse is sung and the second verse is like talk sung.
Yes.
Right?
So I hit the new year like a single girl at a Vegas bar, rocking my mini dress with a vodka cran and an open heart.
And she's such a good talk singer.
Yep.
And that is when the fun, attitudinal person comes all the way out. And I wouldn't want her on my bad side. And I definitely would be the girl behind her being like, yeah, Olivia.
But this is one of her modes.
Read her.
Right. She's funny. I think she's really funny. And like one of the ways she is most funny is when she is singing about like awkwardness.
Right. So expectation is essentially like taking all of, the relationship is clearly at its end.
She's done.
She's going out to try to like make some improvements.
And it's rough out there.
This song to me is the apotheosis of all the musical ideas because I guess I hear Blur,
So funny. Okay, we came into this differently. Okay. Yeah. Boys and girls, yeah. A lot of singing for you in this episode. I'm loving it.
I hear that.
Okay.
But then, there's this like is almost like a suite of a song suite. Right? There are these moments.
I mean, it's pretty compact, but
it's very compact.
It's all happening very quickly.
But there's a lot of stuff happening in the song.
See, to me, this is like early 2000s dance punk.
Yeah, sure.
This is the rapture. It's the faint. It's whatever. And she is just. It takes off. The drums are so fun. It's just like everything is fun in the song. The music, the lyrics. She's like back out there, knowing that things are going to be challenging. She's older. She's wiser. She's not going to date some loser with a fake job, which is hilarious. Anthony Fantano asked her what a fake job is.
I was going to ask,
exactly what she meant.
What is a fake job?
There's one of her exes that I think bad idea, right? And all of them are about. A fake job is like a celebrity DJ.
Oh, interesting.
A tastemaker, a creative director.
Oh. Okay.
I've heard that people on Raya in LA run into these people all the time. And it's like, but what is it that you do? Part of what I love about Olivia is that she's a worker. She works. She appreciates a person who works.
We just talked about the possibility that she spent a month on that one line of the song.
I mean, who knows? But anyway, the song is just so frothy, but also edgy. And she's having fun with being pissed.
But she's also having fun just with this music, right? That toward the end of the song, there's this great moment where the men show up. And there's
it's Dan Nigro singing, I believe, like very robotic, Mr. Roboto backup vocals.
Yeah, she's got real expectations. I heard Material Girl.
Yes,
I mean, it's so wonderful the way that like the decades are collapsed here because the 2000s that you're hearing, the 90s that I'm hearing, the 80s of
Madonna,
that, and then I don't know if you caught this, but the triangle from Escapade. That's in this song at least 3 times. And it's just so exciting to hear this sound that is just yanked in from a Janet Jackson record. To me, I don't know. I'm hearing that triangle and I'm going straight to Escapade. Anyway, I mean,
I just love this song because it just launches her back out. You know, like she was so excited in the beginning and then she's sort of like settling into a sort of domesticity and then she's kind of like held in a prison by it, and then she's wiggling her way out of it, and then she's just like bouncing out of there free.
I was wondering if you could help me feel my way through, think out some observation I have with respect to what this album is doing in the context of, our stagnant Billboard chart, right? We are having this conversation the week the songs from this album, all 13 songs, enter the Hot 100, basically in the top 30.
Yeah.
And the company that she is clogging is Taylor Swift. I knew it. I knew you from Toy Story 17, the soundtrack of that movie. It's Toy Story 5, everybody. Olivia Rodrigo's Overwhelm includes taking over, Ella Langley, who's a big chart presence right now.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I got him to fall in
country singer who, does a kind of middle of the road country love song. But, Olivia Dean's been there for a minute. Olivia Dean is basically asking, the man I need is a song about, just use your words, buddy. Say it. So there's just something really interesting about like simultaneously this relationship question. And then, there's a kind of like sadness to some of these songs. Ariana Grande's Hate That I Made You Love Me. I don't know. These songs seem to be conversant with something happening in this moment. And
are they saying men do better?
Men, do better.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yes. I mean, well, then there's Drake, the one man in the top 10, basically, who's like, you don't speak. All these women are like, I wish you would use your words.
Yeah.
I wish you would say more. Please talk. Drake's like, I'd rather you didn't talk on Janet Shut the Fuck Up, which is, the biggest hit from Iceman.
It's interesting because I had a thought about the sound of the chart right now. It's so funny. That's where I go first and you go first to the lyrics. It says a lot about us, but I think, it speaks to like the anxiety and the lack of articulateness as I can't figure out what I'm trying to say.
No, but this seems
like,
right.
I feel like this is like people don't read books and they're using AI to speak for them. And this is just very reflective of the moment. It's not a very literary moment. It's not a very lyrical moment. And that's why Olivia stands out so much in this world. But I was going to say the charts to me sound just like a weird 80s mainstream radio station. Like,
sure.
Legitimately, I was just like buzzing through the top 10. And it was like, I think Ella Langley to me is just like vibey country.
Yeah.
So there's like vibey country.
I mean, it's perfectly fine.
The Ariana song is like vibey mid-tempo synth pop. The Olivia Dean and Bruno Mars songs are like bat mitzvah music, let's be real. That's what's happening.
Real. I mean, although... what bat mitzvah is asking for man that I need? I
can see that. People play really crazy stuff at bar and bat mitzvahs.
I get it. But
yes.
like, man I need, I don't know.
People will be dancing to that.
That's
Wesley.
fine. Right. But I mean, I think that, so what is your conclusion here? Like, I mean.
It's just a very wishy-washy, undefined moment. It's been a rough few years where, there's superstars with big albums. And there's like sort of anonymous people with big songs. There's just a lot of things where it's like, it feels like a land of one-hit wonders and blockbuster albums, and that everything else in between is just sort of like, and Drake, obviously, who is something else entirely.
Right.
But like, there's these singular figures, so on the charts right now, it's like Drake and Olivia, and then kind of like everybody else. I like Olivia Dean, and I like a lot of these other things, and I like Ella Langley.
Do you like Olivia Dean?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I know. I have a fondness, a warmth. I'm not a fan.
You've got a fondness for Diet Whitney. I love it. I mean, it's just, she does scratch an itch, right?
She does.
And I think Olivia Rodrigo, it'll be interesting to see like how we live with this album, like as a public, as a culture. Because it is satisfying something, and I'm really curious about what it could be that it's satisfying.
It is, but I mean, again, it's obviously meant to be listened to as an album. We discussed it as a concept album. It's a suite of songs. They all go together.
I believe this about these songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know that I will enjoy listening to it front to back as an album. And I think, I think Stupid Song is going to be the breakout right now. Like it shot up, I think it's number 3, its first week. And it seems like, that it was released as a third single. I think that one's going to eclipse the first 2 singles, even though I love The Cure.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. When you get to the drums at the end of The Cure, I'm just like, yes. I'd be yassing her with a fan if we were if we were in Pride. It's amazing. Like she takes you there. She can go from, 0 to 100 in a really effective way. But the rest of the charts right now, my social media handles were Met Patrol. It's a lot of Met.
It is a lot of Met.
It's a lot of Met. This is literally what I am looking for.
But I guess the thing that's so interesting to me is the kind of satisfaction, the need for people have to feel like they need their hits right now very pre-chewed. All these Olivia Rodrigo songs enter the chart. They storm the chart, And Bruno Mars is like number 11, right? Like she can't push him any further down. And he has been like very slowly it's been what, like 20 something weeks of him being just in the top 10. And he's finally, I mean.
This is what he does.
He's just outside knocking like, can I get back in?
He'll be back in.
I'm not worried about him.
But Bruno Mars is like literally like he was built in a lab to make Hot 100 hits. This is just what he does.
Yes.
They have like a vibe and a sheen and just a thing about them that says Hot 100 hit. And Olivia's songs don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that about her. And she said in some of the interviews for this album, it's like, she had to make a decision. Like, am I going to be the person who writes songs aiming for the charts? Am I going to write person who writes songs because I'm writing songs? And I think she's the kind of person, she's Jalen Brunson. She's willing to.
Oh my God, wow.
We had to go there eventually. But
I tried Emily Dickinson and got shut down. But you know what, Caryn?
We're gonna see.
I'm opening up your Jalen Brunson metaphor.
We're going to see through Jalen Brunson for my benefit.
So she's driving in the paint.
She's
not a fear in the world.
Willing to take a financial hit for the good of the team.
Elbow me, Taylor Swift. Elbow me. I'll take it.
Willing to make a decision that she might not be aiming for the top of the charts every time. She's just gonna be writing her songs.
Well, it's interesting because Drop Dead to me is a surprising single because every time I hear it, I have to remind myself, oh wait, I'm hearing this. I've heard it on the radio, but it's such an unusual song because it's simultaneous. It's like the album cover, right? It's simultaneously ecstatic and melancholy.
Yeah.
I feel like these songs are, it's funny. They're just a little bit more sophisticated than the other songs on the chart.
Well, we're looking at the chart right now. It's like a lot of these songs are like JV.
Right.
And she's like getting her doctorate.
Right.
I'm going to mix metaphors. I don't care. I don't care.
It's funny, you said JV, and I'm like, Juris Doctor? Is she a lawyer on this?
She's in the NBA. She's
Okay,
Jalen Brunson. That would have been the appropriate metaphor.
Got it. But how are you thinking about the sort of emotional tenor of this moment as these songs are like proliferating around?
It's a weird, I don't know what the chart is telling us right now, other than like the music industry has been in a really weird moment for at least 2 to 3 years. I've been making my year-end list at literally at the last minute for the last few years, and like scrounging around sometimes for stuff. I'm just like listening to a full album. I'm like, it's fine, but it's not an album. And another thing about the chart right now is like we're looking at these other artists. Olivia, Dean, Malcolm Todd, Somber. Like these are songs. I don't know that they're on albums where I'm like, that's an album of the year album. Olivia has made an album of the year album.
Yeah.
It's not timeless, but if you ask me what year this came out, I don't know that I would say 2026. So I kind of feel like it's on a little bit of an island on the charts right now, which is why it's actually kind of like amusing to see it flood the top 10 like that.
The thing that you're identifying about this Olivia Rodrigo album is that it's not only that it doesn't sound like 2026, but 2026 doesn't have a sound, right? But 2025 didn't have one.
No, this has been ongoing.
And so we're in this strange, funky twilight zone or Bermuda Triangle even of progress, like, musical innovation, right? And this Olivia Rodrigo album to me is this casserole of ideas, built around a person who was very 2026 in some ways, but is also like musically and artistically an old soul. I don't know. Does this feel, how does that make you feel as a person who loves things that go this way? I know you love your past.
Well, I was like going to say, how personal do you want this to be? I'm like, honestly,
Make it
I
as
had
personal as you
trouble
want.
doing my job as pop music editor the past few years because there are very few narratives that make sense in pop music right now. My job was it was getting harder and harder and harder. And this is partially why. The last time I felt like there was like a movement was like 2 years ago when it was like Chapel and Sabrina kind of happening at the same time.
Yeah.
And there was just sort of like a gap in the pop, whatever, stratosphere, and they kind of wiggled into it. And it was just like, it felt like an exciting moment, and it felt like something was happening in the super mainstream. Under the radar, like lots of interesting things have been happening the whole time that I feel like Olivia is also still indebted to. She's taking Grace Ives on tour. I know she's a fan of hers. She made the album that Lord wishes she had made in the past few years. For real.
It's true. I mean, it's funny because I thought about Lord.
Yeah.
Thought about Kelly Clarkson.
Yep.
Kelly Clarkson could sing all of these songs.
Yes.
But she didn't.
I mean, it's just
it's interesting. Like this is such a now the student is the teacher in some way. Yeah. And I think that a lot of people can look at this album, if they so choose, and just see that there's another way.
Olivia is such a pure songwriter. It's really what she is, and again, like the careful consideration to every turn of phrase. I forgot, there was another, we didn't mention it, I can't remember what song, where she's like a penny in the fountain, like waiting to be lucky or something.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite lines. There's just so many moments like that. Like this is just, I'm sorry she had to have her heart broken, but like it was good for everybody. Unfortunately.
Wow. Caryn.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, the entire history of the form is essentially somebody recovering from being hurt, right? And finding a way to perform the pain of, all those shattered pieces. She's just very good at detailing each shard. And I think she could probably do this for like the next 40 years. Just like a lot. I mean, I hope she doesn't get her heart broken for 40 years, but like she could definitely, fill a bunch of boxes with the shards.
We need more of that on the charts right now. If Expectations became a #1 hit, I would be the happiest person in the world.
I mean, right now it's like,
can we make it happen?
It is on the chart. Like, let's do it. Expectations, y'all. Just put all your chips on that song. Caryn Ganz, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Wesley.